Hello peeps, how's it going? Hillbilly Halfwit here, and thank you all for subscribing, because we're only 50 off 10,000 subscribers, which is a fantastic big milestone for me. If you don't know, I'm just a small farmer in mid Wales. I'm no top of the range farmer, I'm just middle of the road farmer who says and speaks his mind about everything. And something that's got my goat today, I gotta say, really has annoyed me today. I've been reading a little bit on Facebook earlier, and in my people say that the climate change, I have to say it like that, or they put a warning under my video, okay? So the climate spending in the UK, they say it doesn't affect local areas. Well, it does. Now, in my little area of mid Wales in Powys, we have 4 hospitals, and there are 4 of them they've had £20 million cut in their funding from the Welsh Senedd. Now, probably people think that's nothing really, but they've got a £4.7 billion climate fund. So that's 4,800 million climate fund, and they cut 20 million from the NHS budget in Wales. So in my area, they got 4 hospitals where they're cutting the hours on 2 of them. They want to close the one altogether. But that was the one where I was born. And the other one they wanted so is Landrindred Wells, Lanny, Knighton, and there's another one. I can't remember where the other one was off the top of my head. But they want to cut all the hours on them so they don't work on a Sunday. And I've got to be honest, I think it was only about a couple of years ago, I went into hospital because I bust my arm. So that was on a Sunday. But I thought there's something on there then. Anyway, what grounds my goat is, that's just one thing. And where I live now, up the Elan Valley, they're actually giving a 20 million grant to the Welsh Water Board, and they're cutting 20 million off the NHS budget. That's how nutty the whole thing has gone. But also, that's not the end of it. So in my area of Powys, they have a 95 million pound climate budget on its own. And now in all the areas where I live now, so Landrindred, Raider, Lanny, Knighton, all that sort of area, they're talking about closing the swimming pools now because they can't afford to heat the swimming pools. But they've got a £90 million climate budget. It's a fucking shameful. I'm trying to stop myself swearing, but absolutely shameful that they can't. Somewhere for people to go, isn't it? You pay your council taxes, which, by the way, in Wales have gone up 500 quid this year, and people told me it wouldn't go up, and it has gone. 500 quid per house. I know, because I pay it. It drives me up the wall. So people who say all this climate business isn't affecting things are just lying. There's lots of bike parks in Wales now, in various areas that are being closed down for Natural Resources Wales, and they're cutting the funding and they're putting all that money into their climate thing. So there's 4 bike parks in Wales being closed down, and they're putting all that money into the climate funding instead. So that's Natural Resources Wales. So all the places where people can go and have a bit of fun, they're taking that away, the arseholes. That's how it's affecting things. Yeah, look at my sheep come in, they're expecting me to feed them. So, yeah, it's maddening really, isn't it? And I heard the other day that Keir Starmer, the farmer harmer, is... I got my little troop beside me, look. He said they were spending more in agriculture than ever, and that is incorrect. Because I think the total spending on agriculture in the UK, I did a video on it a while back, was between 2.5 and 2.7 billion. Sorry, it's done this again. 2.5 to 2.7 billion per year. So in 2 years, that's between 5 and 6 billion, which sounds a lot of money, but when you think that feeds everybody in the country, feeds over about half the population, that's not a lot of money, is it? And last year alone, in 2023, the government spent 4.8 billion on illegal immigration and housing them boat people. I did a video on it a while back, all in detail showing you the actual money. So that shows they spend more on housing illegal, oh Christ, illegal boat people, and they're spending on feeding the population. They've gone insane, these people. I think they've lost the plot, really. So in Wales, for instance, they got a £4.7 billion climate budget, and they're cutting lots of things on the schools and people's councils in the areas. They're even cutting, in my area, a toilet. So they're stopping you enter the toilet for free because they can't afford to pay for a person to clean it. So you've got to pay to go in the toilet. What is the world coming to? It's an absolute shambles, and this net zero needs to be attacked, and I think you need a referendum on it. Definitely. Net zero referendum. And if Farage has got anything about it, he'll say, have a net zero referendum. So, yeah, the sheep following me around today. So look behind me, you can see all these leaves on the ground, look. And people say trees are brilliant, which they are. I love trees, but you have to remember all the leaves that falls off them go on the ground and they create methane. So, not the only ones. God, sorry, I got a bit of a sneeze today. So, like I said, hopefully, cross fingers, we'll get to 10,000 subscribers, and it's a fantastic I've got there. And I think I've got there by just speaking the truth and speaking my mind. People don't like it a lot, but that's the way. You've got to speak the truth. So please comment, rate and subscribe, and thank you all for watching. Okay, ta-da.